What is going on, everybody? And today I will be giving an updated tier list for 2023 and all of the EXs that are currently in the game. Now, to start this off, I will be putting Big Mom in D tier. Um, she was good for her time, and then Bandai just never buffed her. I don't know why, but she would easily she's an easy D tier character because she just never got buffed, never got changed based on the meta, and she's actually just not good. And then after her, I'm gonna put Odin just above her. Slightly more usable, but just like Big Mom, he never got the buff that he needed for the new meta. Um, he's still an okay runner to use. He has some abilities that are okay, but he just gets outshined pretty easily by some of the new runners that have came out. And now for C tier, I'm going to put Goldie Roger. He was probably the best attacker in the game when he came out. But since then, he's kind of fallen off. He used to be the one-shot king, but now his abilities half the time just don't even one-shot. So he, yeah, it's really unfortunate, but if he would also get a buff, he could definitely compete with the new meta, but that's Bandai's choice not to. So after him, I'm gonna put Blackbeard on top of him, the first EX we ever got in the game. Um, it's not a bad character, he's just outdated. Hasn't really gotten an update since he came out. But he's still better than these three characters below him, which says something about Bandai. Pay to win. Um, After him, I'm gonna put the human form Yamato. Um, just like Blackbeard, just like Roger, just kind of fell off over time. Not a terrible character, still somewhat usable in lower ranks, but generally just fell off. So after him, I'm gonna put Zephyr in B tier. Now B tier, I'm gonna say are like decent characters. They can be used. Haven't completely fallen off. So for Zephyr, he could definitely use an update. But he's not an awful character. He has some decent attack power, and he's just all around a decent character, some decent skills. He's the definition of decent. So after him, I'm gonna put the OG Shanks, the blue Shanks, who did actually get an update. Which, if he hadn't, I'd be putting him around where the old Big Mom is in D tier, maybe even below her because he was trash. But I'd say the update really helped him, gave him a lot more attack power. And yeah, after him, I'm gonna put the OG Kaido, the blue Kaido. He, to this day, is still a pretty good defender. Um, I'm seeing he's not really used much in the meta still, but he's still a solid defender and he can hold his own in the meta, I'd say, nowadays. And after him, I'm gonna put a Kainu, and he very similar in except in the attacking aspect. He's still decent in the meta. Um, and yeah, he's generally just not a bad character. He does well for what he has. Um, Kaido's kind of on the defender side, where Akainu's on the attacking side. They can hold their own. So after him, I'm gonna put Luffy in A tier. He's hmm, he's very easy to play. and he's also very easy to counter. I'd say all of the characters that I'm gonna end up putting above him are fairly decent counters to Luffy and can counter him pretty easily. But Luffy is just such a easy to play, pay to win character when he came out. But now, he's kind of fallen off the meta a little bit. There have been a handful of EXs that came out since him, and but I'd still say he's an A character, and he's definitely I would definitely recommend him to anybody trying to grind the ranks of OPBR. But after him, I'm gonna put Hybrid Yamato. She, I mean, her shield skill, or just the shield that she spawns with, is broken, and the fact that her skill 2 can regenerate her shield, broken. That's the reason why I think I'd put her above Luffy. Her her shield mainly. Say Luffy's in a 1v1 with Yamato, I would take Yamato over it in like a level 80 versus a level 80, just 1v1. I'd say Yamato would take it with her shield, her abilities. Just she's pretty broken. I would definitely recommend her. And then after her, I'm gonna put Zoro in the A tier. These top two tiers, I would just say I'm putting the one of them over the other because they can kind of just. I think they can beat them in a 1v1. So I think Zoro can beat Hybrid Yamato and Luffy in a one-on-one because his skills are broken. He he never dies. He's just it seems like he never dies, and he's actually kind of a counter to Film Red Shanks, but not quite gonna get to him yet. He's on a different tier. So let's get to S tier now. So first off, for S tier, I'm gonna put Hybrid Kaido. Um, it's kind of hard to rank S tier because almost all of them are like separate classes except Kaido and Kid and Law. But they're just the top like elites of their fields, which makes it kind of weird to try and classify one above the other. But anyway, Kaido, he's a map wide runner. He can just jump to any flag on the map at the very last second and just win the game. He's pretty broken in the meta right now, and I think he will be for a while longer. Even when Gear 5 Luffy comes out, I still think he's going to be a top tier runner. But after him, I'm going to put Big Mom. This will probably come as a surprise to most, but I mean, she's the best defender. She has some crazy invincibility skills, which I totally disagree with. They should definitely take them out the game, but um, yeah, I'm not going to put her at number one for my own reasons, but she's definitely an S tier character and definitely will be for a long time. Even with the addition of Kid and Law, I still think she's top meta and just the best defender in the game by far. So after her, I'm gonna put Kid and Law. Now, these guys are very good runners with some very good attack abilities, especially Kid. He has some crazy attack power. And they also come with 2 health bars. And they also counter Big Mom. So I'd say these guys definitely deserve this top tier spot. They counter the top meta and just come with so many abilities that just do so well against the top meta. They're just an all around counter. And yeah. Now for the number one top spot comes as no surprise. It's Film Red Shanks. He is the most broken attacker slash character to I think ever be in the game. I don't think there has been a character that has changed the meta quite as much as him because his skills, his one-shot abilities, his healing, his health cutting, he brings it all. He he just destroys the top meta with whatever characters except Zoro. Zoro kind of counters him, but that's just one character that can do that. I don't think any other character can counter Shanks like that. So that's why I put him in the number one spot. He's absolutely broken. Bandai, please fix that. Patch him. Make Gear 5 Luffy destroy him. Something, please. But yeah, that's my tier list. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think of it, how you would change it, how you would do it. It's kind of hard to make a tier list of EXs, especially the top ones that are definitely in the meta. But feel free to let me know your opinion. Like the video, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.